Om Shanti. Who come under the shelter of God? An accurate answer of this question has been mentioned in the Gita, Chaturvidha Bhajante Mam Jana Sukritino. Chapter 7, Shloka 16. It means, 4 kinds of people who perform good deeds, that is Sukarmi, run after me. Their elevated feeling of bhakti, meaning devotion, is praised in Bhagavad Purana in the form of the wives who run after God, and those who take refuge sooner or later, that is number 1. They are called as gopis, meaning heart girls, the ones who form a secret relation of husband and wife with God. In the old history of the Brahma Kumaris, as well as in the Murlis published by them, it has been mentioned that it was published in a newspaper of America that a jeweler of Calcutta says, I have found 300-400 queens. Now I want 16,000. The Brahma Kumaris as well as Adhyatmik Vidyalaya says, even now that the total duration of the world is 5,000 years and, rightly 5,000 years ago, in the end part of the Iron Age, there was the massive war of Mahabharat. Just before that, there was practical Bhagavad of 16,000 gopis in the previous Kalpa, meaning the cycle of 5,000 years as well. Bhagavad means eloping of the gopis, heart girls. It has been said in the absolutely true Ved Vani, that is words of the Vedas or Murlis narrated by Trimurti Shiva through Brahma, that the knowledge of the Gita has a connection with Bhagavad, and then Bhagavad has a connection with the Mahabharat war. Trimurti literally means the 3 personalities. It means, a practical Bhagavad is performed by the gopis with a pure intellect who listen to the divine, that is Ishwariya knowledge of the Gita, and run after God, and go under his shelter. In its remembrance, along with arranging a very huge assembly in every village, in every city of Bharat, a very huge crowd of people gathers to listen to Bhagavad Katha, very eagerly even today. However, prior to this, there isn't much liking for the knowledge of the Gita, narrated by that very God, like the religious books, narrated through the mouth of other religious fathers, and the crowd doesn't gather either. When all the religious fathers certainly have to suffer misfortune in all the 4 directions for the establishment of the religion, in the meantime, majority maidens and some mothers in the form of gopis with a pure intellect, and the ones who cry in distress, like Chaturvidha Arto, Jigyasu, Artharthi Gyanicha, described in the Gita, become afraid and troubled of the institutions like Brahma Kumaris, who have received great honor from the Lokik, meaning worldly families, or government, and society, and they suddenly deceive them, and run away to come under the shelter of God. In order to save the worldly honor of people of their society, terrible anger arouses out of bodily ego in the very old Jarasindhis. Jara means very old, dilapidated, and Sindhi means the ones belonging to the land of Sindh, living in the Brahma Kumaris, and the insensitive and wicked-hearted family members who keep those maidens, mothers, widows, old ones, deprived ones and so on in bondage, because of which they spread completely personal misleading rumors about Allah Awwal Deen. Allah means God, Awwal means number 1, and Deen means religion, meaning about the ancient religious founder like Christ, and so on, who has come in an ordinary human body, and has taken an incognito appearance according to the Gita, by investing the entire power of their body, mind, wealth, and the power of people in the entire society, and the government class through media or government officers, and so on. And by carrying out this gradually, they ultimately start the terrible religious war, that is Dharma Yudh. Especially in the scriptures like Indian Bhagavad, Mahabharat, and Ramayana, etc. These very kind of worship-worthy women have been described as the reason of great wars. Numerous housewives, in the form of beautiful women to a greater or a lesser extent, like Draupadi, wife of Pandavas in the epic Mahabharata, who was disrobed in the Mahabharata, Sati Sadhvi, meaning faithful and devoted women like Sita who was stolen away by the community of Ravan, which makes others cry in the Ramayana, and the first worship-worthy Mahagauri, that is the most fair Lakshmi in the Devasur Sangram, meaning the war between the deities and the demons, themselves have been mentioned to be the main reason behind these wars by the writers of scriptures with male appearance. For example, by spreading personal rumors through media, 48 major girls were declared to be minors, and in the name of liberating them from bondages, they were given the punishment of being put in a jail, especially in Minda Balgram, Alipur, North Delhi, for many months, as if they were kidnapped. Similarly, the male writers of scriptures have also mentioned young women like Lakshmi, Sita and Draupadi to be the reason behind great wars, and have punished them all the more. They weren't able to punish God Kalankidhar, meaning the one who bears disgrace of the end of the sinful Iron Age, the only soul with male appearance for whom it is said God is one. That is, there is one God just once in the entire Kalpa, so they think, let us at least punish the innocent women who have been made weak, abla, by the men in the form of demons from the dualistic Copper Age, continuing for 2500 years. These so-called Brahmakumars also say that just like 5000 years ago, the Mahabharata war is standing in front again. In the Puranas, another biggest reason of this very war is also that just like thousands of gopis ran away in the previous Kalpa at once, they are seen once again now itself in the form of the women who have been made needy, especially in the sinful Iron Age, running after God Kalankidhar incarnate, one after the other. This miracle, according to the saying, Bin Fere Hum Tere, meaning to belong to someone without getting married to him, famous from this very time, is connected to Om Mandali in the history of Brahma Kumaris. When the number of gopis who ran away can increase from 400 to 1000 in practice today, why can't it be 16,000 sooner, especially in the distressed and sad female environment of the Indian society today? According to the fixed historical rule, as is the king so are the subjects. Today, when the black deeds of those who represent the corrupt government in the country and abroad are spreading fame in the whole country and abroad, will the leaders of the Indian corrupt society stay behind? Majority of these leaders in the form of Duryodhan, Durshasan, Jarasandhis, villainous characters in the epic Mahabharata and so on belong to mains category. Among the females, there are one or two, shameless Surpankha who caused a fight in the court of Ravan, and Putna who drinks the poison of lust and desire. That is, their number is certainly very few. Surpankha, sister of Ravan in the epic Ramayana, who made a false complaint against Ram and Lakshman in the court of Ravan and caused a fight between Ram and Ravan. Putna, a witch in the epic Mahabharata, who tried to kill child Krishna by feeding him poisonous milk. It is written in the Murlis published by Brahmakumaris that every man is Duryodhan, who forcefully performs the wicked war of rape, and they are Durshasan, who rule wickedly over weak women. The one who is vicious and performs a wicked war is called Duryodhan. Murli dated 19th April 1988, beginning of page 3. First of all, it is Duryodhan who disrobes a woman. It isn't that a woman disrobes a man. Women have modesty, men are shameless. This is why it is shown that Draupadi was disrobed. Every human being is Duryodhan and woman is Draupadi. Murli dated 13th April 1973, end of page 5. According to the Gita, majority of Chaturvidha Bhajante Mam, Arto, who run away to come under the shelter of God, are these very maidens and mothers who cry in distress. The female category who are disrespected and deprived in the free Indian society and are driven off anytime are either pressurized to marry against their wish or they are pressurized to live and do job, business, etc. Among the real corrupt ones, who forcibly misbehave with the corrupt Indriya. These very women have been called sad, troubled, meaning arto. That is the first category of souls in Chaturvidha, meaning 4 types of souls in the Gita. It is because according to the Indian tradition, God Shivshankar incarnate alone sustained the simple human cows, the ones with a simple nature, belonging to the country of Bharat alone, the ones who remain bound to one peg for the whole life, happily like the followers of Parvati, who has been the follower of Ekling Swami for many births. Ekling Swami, a name given to the ling form of Shiva. It is not that small Krishna with a childlike intellect, the one who is worshipped in the form of a child as a remembrance in the temples, or Kanhaiya, another name of Krishna, who sustained the maidens, sustained them in reality. How will a small child sustain maidens? It is correct that it is said Gopal Kanhaiya, meaning Kanhaiya, the one who sustains cows. It isn't said Belpal, meaning the one who sustains bulls. In the remembrance of that God, on one side, the sages and sannyasis who say Shivoham, meaning I am Shiv, worship the maidens by serving them food etc. in the worship of goddess Durga. That is Durga Pujan, even today. And on the other side, the rest of them, that is sages and sannyasis themselves, call this sinful iron age world as women are gateway to hell. That is Nari Narak ka Dwar, renounce them, create an adulterous horrible hell, roar of Narak of prostitutes, and run away to jungles. Now, how would these kinds of renounced women have managed their life helplessly? Those who are rejected by everyone, they get support of only the one God, and it is they who come under the shelter of God. Om Shanti.